Okay, so let's check out if you have understood the past perfect simple and the past perfect continued differences. Now, we are in page 72 and this is exercise number 1. Choose the correct answers. Number 1, before James and I met, I had heard that he was very easy to talk to. Number 2, my friend and I had been arguing for a few minutes when we both suddenly started laughing. Now, as you can see, when we use the continuous tense, most of the times we say the time that we had been doing that action, okay? Because it is extended on time. Number 3, a week after, they had fallen out with each other. Regañaron. To fall out, regañar. Ella and Amy made up again. Y luego hicieron las paces. Number 4, Jake hadn't met Alex before, so I introduced them to each other. Number 5, what do you think? Okay, here is a clue. For so long, we're talking about some time. So, yes, I had been talking with my friend for so long that I didn't realize it had got dark outside. And number 6, our teacher asked me and my friend what we had been whispering. Okay, so when you whisper, I suppose you do it in some extension of time. You don't whisper like that. Yeah. Now, exercise number 2 on page 72. Tick the correct sentences, underline the mistakes in the other sentences, and correct them. Okay, so here we go. When Simon finally arrived, I had been waited for over half an hour. Okay, that is so simple. Yeah, waiting. That's it. I hadn't seen Ava or Ava. I don't know how to say that. Suppose Ava. Behind me, so I jumped when he started to speak. And that is correct. Had you been working there long before you met Alicia? That's correct too. By the time the party ended, we been dancing for hours. Oh, it is so easy to discover that this is wrong, okay? So had been dancing. Number 5, when I walked into the room, I knew they had been talking about me. And that's correct. Number 6, how long had you been knowing Niels before you became friends? Ooh. The verb to know with ing. Okay, so had you been known? Had you known? Okay. I hadn't listened to the teacher, so the question came as a complete surprise. So, no, I hadn't been listening. Okay. And the last one, number 8, we had been planning the surprise party for weeks and it was fantastic. Fantastic. And that's okay. For weeks, for extension in time. Okay. And this is exercise number 3 in page 72. Alright, you have to choose one of these verbs here, put them in the blanks, and you have to decide whether to write it in the past perfect simple, past perfect continuous. So here we go. When I walked into the room, I could see that Zoe had been crying. Thomas was frowning, and it was obvious they had been arguing for some time. I looked at them both and asked what had happened. They both started talking at once. It seemed that Thomas had forgotten Zoe's birthday and hadn't bought her a card or a present. And he had done the same thing last year. Oh, Thomas, big mistake. I got them both to calm down and asked Thomas to explain. After a moment, he pulled out a card and a present. He hadn't forgotten at all. Oh gosh. So he had been joking and Zoe had got upset before Thomas could explain. Zoe wiped her face and smiled. Then she gave Thomas a hug. It's not always easy having friends who are practical jokers. No, it isn't.